Hi, I'm Brian Santo, Editor-in-Chief of CED Magazine. Big news from Cable-Tec Expo in Orlando. They've finally announced exactly what DOCSIS 3.1 is going to look like. Of course, if you had read our coverage of the cable show in July, some of these details are not going to be unfamiliar to you. What we reported then and what the MSO said today is that DOCSIS 3.1 is going to be a pretty significant change. Though it's going to be evolutionary, you won't have to do any immediate radical upgrades of your network. Basically what it says is we're moving to a new frequency modulation standard, OFDM, a little better known with Wi-Fi and DSL. We're also going to be moving to a new forward error correction standard, moving away from the traditional Reed-Solomon FEC and adopting what's called LDCP, low density parity check. It's supposed to be much more efficient. You're going to be able to get much more bandwidth squeezed out of the spectrum that you already have. Of course, with the spectrum, you're going to have a reallocation. At the bottom, you normally have 5 to 42 megahertz for the upstream path. That's going to change. 5 to 42 isn't going to cut it anymore. You're going to need more. So what 3.1 does is suggest moving up to 200 megahertz. That, of course, is going to push everything farther up at the other end, which means that with some plants, you may have to go to 860, 1 gig, 1.1, or even 1.2 gigahertz at the top end in order to compensate. A lot of changes coming up, but they insist that it is going to be an evolutionary thing. You'll be able to put in DOCSIS 3.1 modems as early as 2014. You will be able to upgrade your cable modems and then gradually upgrade your downstream and then your upstream as you see fit. Of course, you can do it all at once if you want to, but that's an expensive proposition and they're aware of that. So that's the big news. DOCSIS 3.1, you can read it online at CED Magazine, or if you're at the show, pick up our Show One Daily. We've got coverage from the cable show where we laid out a lot of these technological changes. And of course, CED Magazine and our November issue will have all the coverage of everything new here. I'm Brian Santo for CED.